Hello everybody, my name's Kit. Welcome to my channel, if it can be called a channel. That's one video at the moment. This is take 5, I think, of this video. Had a number of problems, various camera issues. One version had just too much cat in it, and then the last one I got a bit rambly and went over the time, and then wouldn't let me upload it to YouTube, so that went very well. I have decided to start a little video blog. I very much enjoy watching other people's video blogs. I thought I'd give it a little go. I've been trying this year to improve my skills in taking video and excuse me, there's a cat coming, taking video and editing video. Very excitingly got made one of the web managers for the Belfast Fencing Club website. That's fencing with swords, not fencing with posts. And I haven't a clue, basically. It's a very old website. It hasn't really been maintained. There's a cat. It hasn't really been maintained very well. Yep, cat. That's my coffee. Yes. Hasn't been maintained very well. It needs a lot of updating. A lot of the photos are very, very old. A lot of the video is very old and irrelevant, and from brilliant place to lie down. Fantastic. Yep. Comfy. So, you see my bunting. Okay. So yes, all videos. Taken at a place that we don't hold the video was taken at a place where we don't hold the club anymore. So this is very irrelevant. Oh. Kitten's a bit poorly. This is Carly. She has patellar luxation in both of her back legs, which basically means her patellas pop off the front of her legs. So she'll be scampering about, creating havoc, and then suddenly her legs won't work anymore and she'll just fall over and cry. So yeah, she's feeling a bit sorry for herself just at the moment. So we're going to have to save up for the surgery for that, because it's really expensive to get it fixed. And apparently it's not a cat thing, it's mainly a small dog thing. So the vet hasn't really done the procedure on a cat before, so it's all just huge drama. Like, excuse me, tickly face. This around £600 per leg. So yeah, that should be fun. And we do have 2 cats. The other one's called Luna, and she's calm and round. And this one's skinny and feral. And they don't get on at all. They hate each other. But it's all fun, isn't it? So, what was I saying? Belfast Fencing Club website, indeed. So I've done a bit of work on it. I've fixed all of the links so that they all work now, and taken some old stuff off and put a few new things on, taken new photographs for the website. I think mostly on my phone, because that was the point that I realised that I can't find the charger pack for my camera. So that was fantastic. I have no clue when I last used it. I have looked everywhere. I cannot find this battery pack. It is driving me batty. And I have 3 batteries. One that's in the camera is dead, and the other 2 are with the charger pack. Can't find them anywhere. Also, my memory card's gone, so that's great. I used to do quite a lot of photography. I haven't done so much lately. I had a while when I wasn't very well and I couldn't really do much of anything. I wasn't doing any fencing. I do some volunteer work for local environmental charity thing, Belfast Hills Partnership, and they do a lot of conservation work and community projects in the Belfast area, and I do some volunteering work for them. A lot of the stuff that they have going on is during the week, which isn't possible for me to take part in because obviously I'm at work. So there's usually only one weekend thing a month that I can do, and it depends on being free and healthy on on the Saturday that it's on to take part. But I do as much as I can. This is my little Matryoshka doll cup. My mother is obsessed with Matryoshka dolls, but this was actually a Christmas present from my partner's godmother a couple of years ago. So pretty. I know everyone in the sewing community seems to drink tea, but this is very strong coffee, and it's lovely. There won't be any flavours on this channel, it's coffee. However, I am trying to get healthier this year, so you never know, maybe you will see me with some kind of herbal tea. I do occasionally take a dandelion tea, because it's good for water retention, and I have chronic illness. And some of the complications and bits of my chronic illness mean that sometimes I have problems with my blood pressure and water retention, and my feet swell up and stuff. And then I take dandelion tea, which tastes of pond but is quite effective at helping swelling go down in your feet and hands and all of that. Anyway, I'll talk more about that in another video at some point. And excuse the mess on the desk. It was actually nice and tidy earlier before I filmed this video the first time, so we'll see how to go. I shall scoot through the things that I wanted to talk about. I have done a make line for this year, however I can't find it just at the moment. I am a fairly proficient quilter. I do quilting. I make things like bunting that you probably saw earlier, but it fits my top half, and it was a bit of a trial getting it to fit. I hate the neckline. This was the pattern, so this is what we made. I have actually lowered the neckline, not that you can tell it was originally higher even than that, but I'd much preferred a scoop neck or a V-neck to break up the ski slope that I have going on. To get the twins to fit into this dress, I had to make, I think, a size 22, so a 42-inch bust, and then take the waist in by 9 inches, 4.5 inches in each. It's not suitable for a lot of things. I have worn it to work. I wasn't 100% comfortable in it at work. I was worried about what was showing and falling out of wear the whole time I was wearing it. But apart from being scared it was too short, it was perfectly comfortable, and it fits fine, fits well. That's all good. I have a lot of UFOs hanging about as well. This one in particular, this little flamingo skirt. I'll say this is not a quilting cotton. I think it's just like a poly cotton, but it is quite thin. And well, I live in Northern Ireland, in case you hadn't twigged from the accent, and the weather here is not what you would call warm. It's often wet and rainy and windy. We do get better weather in the summer, but it's not nice weather or anything. So this just needs hemmed. I think I made it 2 years ago, but it's been hanging about needing hemmed all that time, and so I'll be doing that. However, now I'm only 5'4", so I am quite petite, but I think by the time I hem that, it might be a bit risque. So we'll see. I might need to add like a little broderie anglaise frill or something around the bottom to just make it a bit more decent, and maybe weigh it down a bit. I am concerned that it's going to just float in the wind, because it is it's quite full at the bottom. I'm concerned about it floating away. But anyway, that's one of my things. I've got a few other things that need mended that I want to do more of this year. I want to learn how to mend some things properly and get more wear out of them, make them last longer. This thing, I'm gonna have another go at this is so bad. Anyway, it was supposed to be the little shell top that is in the pattern book for the Great British Sewing Bee, or one of the pattern books, the Great British Sewing Bee, and as you can see, it is a horrible Horlicks. Yeah, I don't know if it's just that I've done it so badly, or that I have changed the shape of it so much that now the facing doesn't quite fit. or you know, I've understitched it so horrendously that it pulls up like this. I don't know. I tried to do full bust adjustment. The dart points, as you can see, are very acutely angled up the way. I don't know if that's right or wrong. They come to a point. No one wants that. As you can see, I got fed up with it and just sewed it up the back instead of putting in the zip. Wasn't going to waste a zip on it, but it's so cute. The fabric is so adorable. What a mess. Anyway, I'm going to have another go. It wasn't the simplest of patterns either. It was a sew this to this and turn the whole thing the right way out through the arm strap and all nonsense. Anyway, I'm going to have a go at the sorbetto top. That free pattern sorbetto top, which I believe, I could be wrong, is drafted for a C cup instead of a B cup, so I might not need to do as much of a full bust adjustment. We shall see. I'm going to be interrupted now. I'm back, and the kitten's gone mad. Bye, kitten. There you go. My partner felt the need to come upstairs and get a whole lot of stuff out of the bedroom. Anyway, the other main UFO that I want to get finished is a half-square triangle quilt. These pieces have been cut out for nearly 2 years. I last sewed a piece of this in September 16, so they've been in this bag for a while. I have about 350 of these. I have been busy, which is the main reason I haven't done anything with them, but I was sick of the sight of half-square triangles by the time I've done all of this, because I'm just doing, they're all just going to be the same. That one's folded in half. You know, just millions of these all lined up, so it got very samey, and I got very bored of it. I got this fabric from my friend's fabric shop, Fiddlesticks, which used to be very near me and is now, in the grand scheme of things, quite near me, but not just as handy as it used to be. And we both loved this fabric when it came in, but nobody else seemed to be as excited about it as we were, and not all of it sold, and it eventually went on sale, and I bought loads of it to make a quilt with. And then 5 or 6 years later, I decided I would actually make a quilt, and yes, I decided not to make the quilt that I'd bought the correct amounts for. I decided I would make up another quilt, because I can't ever do anything the easy way. I have to just make it as difficult for myself as possible. So that needs finished off. I have backing for it. I need to make binding for it, get that finished off, and I think it's going to be a gift for someone. I'm not sure. The vast majority of the quilts that I have made have been gifts for people. I do have 3 in the house that I've kept for myself, that were all, one was the beginner quilt pattern, the very first one that I ever did. One of them is my own design. I'll show these another time because I'm running out of time again, which was inspired by Watership Down, which is my favourite novel, and another one was a Halloween one, and I have an unfinished Christmas one and 2 unfinished children's quilts also in this room. So I've plenty to be getting on with, but I do want to try and make clothes this year. I want to make a pair of marigold trousers. I have the pattern. I bought it in PDF and got it printed with Patternsy. I have also a pattern for the Fifi top and the Patine dress, and I'm going to do the Colette top, but I will go through my make 9 a bit more in a later video if anyone's watching. That's all for now, guys. Over and out.